Hello traders, and welcome to the Friday wrap-up on a Friday, end of our trading week, August 8th, 2014, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, it is Saturday morning my time, bright blue skies, nice breeze, and it's pretty cool outside for the middle of the summer. Great to be with you. This is the Friday wrap-up. We're going to go over 10 currency pairs. And we're going to take a look at the daily charts and see what's going on and what we could maybe expect next week. Well, that's what's going on here, so let's move on. Let me quickly introduce myself to you. My name's William Gilder. I'm your moderator through the Friday wrap-up series that's done every Friday after the New York close. Also, traders, we do the market opening preview every single day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida, got on a big airplane, came to Thailand to celebrate for 3 months, and decided to stay. Traders, it's 2014. I'm still here. I love trading the markets. I love being in front of my computer. I love analyzing. I love trying to figure out those crazy fundamentals. And I really enjoy taking profits. And more than that, I like talking to you every single day. All right, traders, let's get over to the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's get over to the weekly commentary. It was pip-wise, the currency pairs really put out some great pairs this week. The Aussie came out with a horrible unemployment number. Most of the currency pairs moved over 70 to 80 pips that were involved in that trade. So there was some really nice news there. Beginning of the week, we had a move on Tuesday. Most currency pairs moved over 50 pips. We had ECB Draghi speak. He rattled the markets a little bit. So it's been a pretty hectic, crazy week. So let's take a look at how the markets closed. The Dow 30 closed up 1.13%, the S&P 500 closed up 1.15%, and the Nasdaq 100 closed up 1.79%. The DAX closed down 0.33%, the FTSE 100 closed down 0.45%, the CAC 40 closed down at 0.05%. The Euro Stoxx 50 closed down at 0.21%, negative day in the Eurozone. Looking over at Asia, the Nikkei 225 closed down 2.98%. Wow. The Shanghai closed in the green at 0.31%. The Hang Seng closed down 0.23%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney, Australia closed negative 0.34%. And the Kospi closed negative 1.36%. We saw a lot of red days this week, huh, traders? Really unbelievable how many red days we saw this week. Let's just take a real quick look over and see what gold's doing. Gold's come down a little bit. It closed 0.13%. Let's see. Silver's down at 0.044%. What do we got? Crude oil. Crude oil is up 0.20%. And Brent oil is down 0.64%. Remember, traders, we are in hurricane season in the United States. So anytime we have hurricanes heading into the Gulf of Mexico, watch your oil. Oil usually goes up in price when we have bad weather in the Gulf during the hurricane season. So just keep an eye on that. Well, that's not a good sign. I was just going to say, glad to talk about U.S. coffee. But U.S. coffee is down 0.07%. All right, so that's what's heading out for that. And real quickly, let's just take a look at what we have coming up we have China data coming out today, being Saturday my time. So I would not, I'd be watching your trades if you have any open trades still in the market. All right, so what do you say, traders? Let's get over to the Forex charts. Remember, traders, these are daily charts. We're going to look at some daily charts, look at some long-term stuff, and let's see what we got. All right, the euro dollar. I mean, this is just bearish, isn't it? Wow. So we saw we had a big blue day, right? We had an up day in the euro dollar. And the only thing I can come off of that was, why did we get that? It's real simple. I mean, the last 3 days, and of course with that Aussie move, this pair had moved some good pips this week, and it's all about profit taking. And looking at the end of the day, you can see this came back up, and it just closes at upside. I am not bullish in the euro dollar. No way am I looking to buy the euro dollar. I'm only looking to sell the euro dollar. All right, let's go over to the pound. The pound had its change of trend. Now we're up against strong resistance at 67.70, and we're at this resistance area, so we'll see what happens here. And of course, right below it, we have our support area, and we also have support at 1.6706. So we're coming up against 3 points of support, and we'll see what happens here when we get into the week. But to me, this looks like, if you were trading the daily or the 4-hour, this looks like this is bounce time maybe to the upside. This has got a lot of support here. It looks like we might be able to head back up to that 68.50 area where we have the first line of resistance. All right, let's go over to the crazy Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, my friends, has really been all over the place. I couldn't get a read on it last week. Now we have closed 2 days below the 200 exponential moving average. You can see the big red candle, and that was on Thursday with that horrible data that came out. So, that I think that moved 88 pips on that data. And that was unemployment data. It went from 6.0 to 6.4, so really knocked the markets. So now we've got 2 days where we've closed below this 200 exponential moving average, so now we're going to have to see what happens here come the beginning of the week and see if we can stay below that 200. We'll just keep selling this thing. Okay, here's a New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar did its change of trend also, didn't it? It took out support. It's taken out the 200 exponential moving average this, last 2 weeks. It's below 0.8512. And now we're sort of like the last few days have been in a range. The last 2 days, Thursday and Friday, are both indecision candles. So we'll see what happens here, but I'm sure we're going to get some direction. I don't see the New Zealand dollar coming strong. I just don't see it. We'll take a look at a dollar index chart at the end, but the dollar is strong, folks. The dollar is strong, and New Zealand's come out with some bad data this week about their dairy situation. Their exports in dairy is down. The prices have gone up, and they had an issue with their powdered milk also. So, the New Zealand dollar is not the robust thing that it was 2 months ago, right? Remember, we were so bullish in the New Zealand dollar for a very, very long time, and it just doesn't look like we're in that situation at the moment. So I'm looking to keep this on. Let's keep selling the New Zealand dollar. No reason to be buying this until it closes above the 200 exponential moving average. At least on a 4-hour chart. But for now, I'll stay bearish. All right, here's the dollar CAD, the old loonie. Looney's produced pretty well this week. It wasn't, as crazy as most of the time. Nothing against people from Canada. But it has, I put that trend line in there. It's a valid trend line, 3 touch, and you can see, it's making higher highs and higher lows. It closed out at a high at the close of Friday. So, this is still on the way up, to the upside. And we're looking at, 1090 as resistance. So, we have a ways to go here. We got over 100 pips to go till we hit the top resistance here on this daily chart. And, of course, our major supports, of course, the 200 exponential moving average at 1.0810. So we're looking pretty good here. Looking pretty good. I would continue to buy the dollar CAD. Buy the dollar CAD. All right, here's the pound Aussie. Just thought I'd throw something different in. Not really a pair that I look to be trading at the moment. Look at this daily chart. Look at the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands are curled. It's in a range. You're looking at like 8,200 to, well, it's not bad. It's almost 200 pips here. So, you know what? It is tradable. Maybe we can get this to dump down to the 200 and take a bounce to the upside. I mean, look at how many times it's touched the 200 and reacted pretty nicely. So that's not a bad idea. I think maybe we should look at that. And of course, it's against the Aussie. We know the Aussie is weak. So maybe buying this is not a bad idea. We'll have to look at that early into next week. So I guess we're going to stay bullish on the pound. All right, here is the good old Euro Aussie. It's still bearish, but it's, again, all over the place. We've had 2 up days. And of course, we had the update on Thursday because of the bad data, and yesterday I'm sure we had an update because I don't know. Why would we have an update? I don't know. Um, it's a good question because there was definitely nothing good out of the Eurozone, and there was definitely nothing good out of Australia. So that's a good question. Why did we have an update other than profit taking, which could be, but we got, the problem here is we got weak against weak traders. That's the situation here. We got weak against weak, so we got like two magnets pointing at each other, and it's just going to fight itself out until it can break out and do something. So one of these have to change, and I would expect that the Aussie is going to do something way before the Euro does something. I don't see the Euro becoming strong for quite a while. All right, and one more. Wow, we've got a lot of Aussie pairs today, huh? And here is the Aussie yen. The Aussie yen, again, the yen is stronger than the Aussie, and you can see it actually spiked to 200. So I would expect in this coming week that this Aussie yen is going to break below that 200 exponential moving average at 94.36. So I would look for this to be bearish come Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday it should close below that 200 exponential moving average. I know it's been a long time since it's been below it, but the yen is much more stronger than the Aussie at the moment. Here's our good old friend, the pound beast, the pound yen, the beast, and again, the pound is weak, so what's going on? The yen is strong, and here we go, and the yen is just battling down. I think this is bearish to 169.80, to that 200 exponential moving average. I don't see any reason why it should not do that. So I would stay bearish on the beast and look to take these trades to the downside. We're not at a resistance level, a support level right now, so there's no reason not to take this down. I mean, this looks pretty good up to about, I'd say 170.70, before you have to start worrying about it. And then really, I think you get another 50 or 60 pips before you actually come down to that support. So this is looking real well. All right, let's go over this last one of the day, and this is our dollar index. Starting to look at the dollar index a little bit because we're going to follow this dollar now. Because I think the dollar is going to get strong, and then I think it's going to get weak, and then it's going to get strong again. And I think that's like a real long-term forecast within the next 6 months. So earnings season will be closing down. I think by the end of next week we should be out of earnings season, so things will start to level out. And I heard a great speaker the other day, and he's out of Brazil, and he was asked, well, what do you think about these markets? So all over the place, they're bullish, and now they're bearish. He goes, the person who asked him said, well, what do you think about that? And he answered so well. He said, the markets are just even out. They're doing what they're supposed to do. The markets go up and the markets go down. And in either direction they go, we make profit. We just have to trade smart. And I was just so thrilled when that man said that. The market is leveling out. It's doing what it's supposed to do. The market goes up and the market goes down. We just need to trade it. And that was such a great comment. And I heard that yesterday, by the way, on Friday. All right, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Friday wrap-up. Again, we will see you next Friday for the same thing after the New York close. Again, thank you, traders. Enjoy your weekend break, and we will see you on Monday for the market opening preview. Take care, traders, and bye-bye.